Hey guys, it's another beautiful day once again, and you are here back at Dexter's World channel. In the past videos that we have, we made mention about the importance of these aquatic plants. And I'm so glad that many of those who have viewed our channel have expressed concern, especially on how to care for these plants. And I honestly told you that this is really my first time to engage in this business, because this is actually a business. Aquatic plants really are a source also of a good business if you are just going to propagate your aquatic plants. Well, we cannot dispense or eradicate plants from the fish, because the fish need plants and the plants also need the fish. So that is why they will go hand in hand. So I'm looking forward to making a big aquarium with live plants inside, and I'm imagining that there are tetras, guppies, danios, and even these barbs that are in there in the community tank of small fish with live plants. And also discos is very good to be placed in a planted aquarium. Now we will make an update about these things. Well, honestly, I really had hard time in growing these plants, because at first we adopted the method of this immersed form, meaning that the water is just shallow and the leaves of these plants are just protruding above water. But I find it very difficult because the algae is really attacking the plants. They are really prone to be disturbed by the algae, especially if you are putting this outdoor, meaning that the sunlight will really hit the plants and then it will develop algae. Now, I am so glad because as you can see here, we already have successfully grown these plants. If you will see, these are my old plants. This is not the plants that came from Ozami City that was featured in my previous videos. But these plants now are multiplying. My focus is on these foreground plants that I have just planted. This one. If you will see, this basin is filled with plants before, but it all died. And I don't know why, but I see that there are new plants growing up or popping up. So this is a good indication that these plants will somehow grow. They are alive. I can see green leaves here, very small, but I am just so amazed because I thought that these plants have already died. I don't know what happens next. But this one is looking good. As you know, we can see new leaves sprouting. I just came to know that your starters will really die. And then you will see another new plants sprouting. I haven't memorized all the names of this. What I can recall is the truncatum, falciparum, or what is this, whatever. But we will learn that. But what is important is we have grown these plants. So I lifted all these basins because it's very difficult to monitor these plants right there. So we really need to exert extra effort. So that's why we have temporarily placed this one for us to easily monitor. And you will see also that this basin have sign of life. You will see that there are new leaves coming out, but the starters already died. So that's amazing. And even this basin, you will see that this have been rotten already, but there are new leaves sprouting. So that's a good sign, and maybe we can in the future massively produce these plants and we can sell this online, like my friend Jenny, who is now very rich in Ozami City. And also here, I thought that these plants have already rotten, but there are new leaves sprouting. So some of these plants are already submerged into the water, and we will lift some of them. Maybe we can lift some just here. You will see. Wow, that's a good sign. The leaves are growing and it turned to be very alive because the color is very green. Wow, this is good. Actually, you see, we can see roots and it grows taller. This is a new plant that I observed. You will see this one. Wow, it's amazing. Nice. It's looking good. and they are growing, and there are new leaves coming out. So in the future, I believe that we can massively produce these plants. These are all foreground plants, meaning that they are not growing tall, but they are creepers. They will just creep like the hair grass, and these are good for foreground in our aquarium. We made mention that there are three kinds of plants, the foreground, the background, and the midground. And of course, you will put that background at the back, and then the midground, and then the foreground. So if you will set up a planted aquarium, you will use the foreground plants to occupy at the front area so that it will look good. So these are all foreground plants. And one tip that I will give you is that the filtration. It's really very important to filter your water, because if you will not do so, this plantation will really become a failure. Why? Because the algae will really attack the plants and eat the leaves. I don't know if my perception is correct, but I observed that the algae will really destroy the plants. So I made it sure that I can collect all the dirt and the algae, and I have made an improvised filter. Come on, let's see about this one. So I used a 15-watt submersible pump. By the way, this bucket is filled with stones. This is used to be our filter for our fish. But temporarily, I am using this now as filter bucket for our plants. And if you will look at inside, this bucket is filled with pebbles and even nets and stones. And aside from that, I made it sure that I can collect all the dirt, and I made an improvised. You see this one? This is very dirty, and I use this fabric to filter and gather the dirt of this tank. So that's the very essence in growing these plants. We have to make it sure that our water is dirt free. And by the way, every day I'm also adding water that will overflow to the tanks of our fish. And you will see that one. You will see. I hope you can see that. Well, we will go there. Guys, you see this one. It's really growing. You know, I can see green leaves, very young. Well, I'm sorry. Green leaves and young leaves. I am 100% sure that we have successfully grown these plants. And you will see also that over there, this is a hair grass, I think. I'm not so sure, because there are other plants also that looks like hair grass. You will see the sign of life. They are really sprouting. And of course, these plants also. So I'm so happy actually. And I believe that if you will just, give your time, your effort, and even your care to these living creatures, you will become successful. Well, I have made several transfers. I put the plants over here, over there, and it doesn't work. So I decided to submerge them in the water and then put a cover, and then constant monitoring is very important. And I believe that we will become successful in our effort. That is why I said we will learn this together. It's my first time to do these things. I can sense success of our effort. I am sure that you are also very interested and eager to do these things. If you are a hobbyist, you are an aquarist, I'm sure that you like what we are doing. And if you are already an expert, please help us. Please make some more suggestions. We still need to put some fertilizers, because I really don't know what fertilizer are we going to use. But I believe that the fish can help, and the natural ecosystem also, by the use of this fish, will really work. So guys, we will leave some of the plants that are submerged into this water, into this tank, and we will see if they have already recovered. They are already growing very thick. Wow, I just realized that they have already grown so much. Oh, that's fun. Well, actually this is just a matter of how many weeks. just a matter of 2 weeks, and we have already seen the good sign. Wow. I'm really glad about this development. Wow, you see? And over there, wow. I would like to also share something that these plants are, prone to be attacked by the snails. And our tanks of fish, we can see many snails. That's why we are regularly checking if the snails are already destroying our plants. We are making a regular check on this because Joseph is, I honor this man also in front of you guys and our cameraman Nelboy for making this for us because I cannot do it myself. I have worked in the government and this will not become successful without their help. I can say a 50% success already. And maybe in the next couple of months, we will make an update again and we will see that these basins will be really filled with new plants and we can propagate this one. I promise I will memorize the names of this. Well, it's really hard because it's a scientific name. It's Trucalum, Trucutum, Iscolorum. It's very difficult to pronounce. So that's my next step, to memorize all the names of this. But what is important is that we have actually finally grown our plants in this system. So I have to make a conclusion or a summary of what I have said, that we can only possibly make these plants alive if we will have a good filtration system, just like the fish. So that's all that we can share with you guys. I hope you will continue to like and share our videos. We are on the road to 500,000 subscribers and I owe this a lot to you guys because I know that some of you really are following and maybe some are inactive. But I am so glad that every time we upload videos, you are there, you're making comments, and if I'm going to make a heart on your comments, that's an indication that I have read all your comments. Just forgive me if I cannot answer it all, but I will really find time to answer all your queries. So that's all that we can share. I hope you will continue to like and share videos. And please don't forget to subscribe if you are new to our channel. Only here at Dexter's World.